This is Helldivers 2. So I've just landed in the map, I've started playing the game, and I'm going to test it out today on an RX 6600 GPU paired with the Ryzen 5 3600 and 16GB of DDR4 3200 MHz RAM. Now let's go over the settings here. I'm currently using the maximum settings possible. First, let me show you the graphics, the resolution and everything. I'm using 1080p and native render scale first. This game has kind of a built-in, what you could say, upscaler. But I don't know what it's using. Either it's using FSR2 or something like that, maybe TSR. I'm using maximum settings. Everything is towards the right except for the texture quality, which I've kept to high, and I don't want to use ultra because it says 10 GB of GPU required. So I've kept it to high, just the texture quality, and rest of the settings are maximum. Alright, so first let's start counting the frames there, and it's telling me to go somewhere. I don't know how, and I skipped everything actually, and I just started playing the game. My feet are actually going inside sand, and I can see some footprints also, so the game's graphics are pretty good. Yeah, so there is no ray tracing and stuff like that in the game, but it's still very good looking. Alright, let's move on forward. Currently we're getting about 42 FPS average. I'm just gonna try to apply some upscaling here, the native upscaling for the game, and I'm gonna try to do that, and let's see if we can get into a more intensive area. This is how you can bring up the map and stuff. Okay, he's telling us something. I don't know what he's telling us. Okay, so impressive. Okay, so this is just, I think this is just a training course that we have to go through. Alright guys, so I've just started a mission on the Super Earth, and we're gonna try and see if we get some decreases in performance now. And the graphics, even though they don't look like they're like 2024 graphics and stuff, like ray tracing and stuff, but it's still very good. Good looking for an online game, online co-op game. I don't know if it's a competitive game or not, but seems like it's just a co-op game for now. I think it's loading the map while we're diving. Yeah. Okay. So as you guys can see, I think we're still gonna get the same performance like in the training area, or somewhat of a decrease, I would say. Let's start counting the frames again. We were getting about 40 FPS while in the training area, but now it seems like we're getting the same performance. Now I'm gonna try to run in this map, and seems like this is a snow area, and there are some other biomes also in this game, which we're gonna see afterwards if I get the chance, because I just want to get this video out for you guys, so you guys might be able to see if you can actually play the game on this GPU or not. Now I think you guys get the idea. You're gonna get about 40 FPS in this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to ultra quality render scale first. This is not gonna be native, so it's gonna increase the performance somewhat, and we're also gonna try to see. As far as I can see, this looks a little bit more blurry than native resolution. Native looked pretty sharp and looked like 1080p, but now it doesn't. So seems like it's just using TAA to me. I don't know if there can be some other ways that they are upscaling the game. Okay, so there are enemies here. Let's just try to hit them. Let's see if we get some performance decreases or not. Bug breach detected. Alright, okay. So it looks like we have to reload only when our weapon is empty in this game. Alright, so we're getting about 48 FPS average. I'm going to be quick with it. And let's go to the options. Let's try to go to quality now. Let's apply it. Seems like we don't have to restart the game to apply the settings. Let's start counting the frames again. So we got hit by this stupid bitch. Okay, just come on. Alright, so I think he was trying to kill me, but I just killed him. I'm wasting my ammo actually, which I shouldn't be. Alright, so getting about 50 FPS, average 51 FPS currently while in this area, which seems to me like it's very intensive, and the game, like from ultra quality to quality, looks a little bit more blurry now. So I wouldn't recommend being on quality at 1080p at least. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to... Currently the game is telling us that the game requires to have 10 GB of VRAM for texture quality at ultra. But at high it says 8 GB, but my CPU usage currently for VRAM is at 5.8 GB. It seems like the game is not telling us the whole story here. So let's just try to apply ultra quality texture quality here, and let's see if it gets to the point 8 GB even. Okay, seems like it's still manageable, so we can get actually good performance at ultra settings. Now it didn't make any difference in terms of performance, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to alright guys, so I just have applied everything towards the medium. I've applied medium settings fully here, and as you guys can see, the game is still performing very good. Let me show you the settings here. These guys just came to kill me, so I just eliminated them first. We're at medium settings, 1080p currently, and I'm just going to apply native. Alright, because we're at native resolution, we're gonna test native resolution first. So seems like at ultra settings we were getting about 40 to something FPS, but now at medium settings we're getting about close to 60. So if you guys want native resolution experience with the maximum possible settings, these are settings, and you guys can actually go ahead and copy these settings to play at 60 FPS. So looks like we're getting some starters actually. Now, this is weird. At ultra settings we didn't get any starters. Okay, what's here? So this seems like there's some loot here, and let's try to keep moving. Let's interact with this. Seems like some explosives, and we're slipping on this snow here, or ice. Alright, getting about 59, 58 FPS average. Some starters just made at 1% or 0.1% lows. Bad. Now let's go ahead and go to ultra quality render scaling, or ultra quality upscaling. Seems like it's at 74 right now. Let's start counting the frames again, and we're also within manageable usage of our VRAM. Available VRAM is at 5.5 gigabytes currently, which is pretty manageable, and 8 gigabytes is pretty enough for this game in my opinion. Then other GPUs like 6 gigabyte GPUs are also gonna be able to play this game. We might be able to test 1650 on this game also. So yeah, getting about 72 FPS right now. Let's just go ahead and turn it back to native resolution first, and let's go to lowest settings, because some people might want to go and play it at the lowest, because I don't know why, but some people might try to. Let's turn everything off. Let's see how much worse can it look. Alright, let's apply this. Alright guys, so lowest settings, native resolution. Okay, getting about 95. We're killing some bugs. Yeah, now it seems like it's stable. Let's start counting the frames now. 91 FPS. We got a huge stutter again. Yeah, we're still kind of GPU bound, I think. So the game is pretty good optimized in for the CPU side of things. Ryzen 5 3600 is still capable of for this game, I think. Yeah, getting about 90% of GPU usage. That is pretty good. Alright guys, so I think that tells you the idea of how this game is gonna run. And let's just try to go to ultra quality. Let's see what the maximum we can get. 100 FPS. Wow, this is pretty good for this kind of game. This is pretty good. Now we're getting CPU bound. As you guys can see, about 70% CPU usage, and at 70 watts of GPU usage, at 70% GPU usage. So now we're getting CPU bound, and at lower settings 1080p. That's the maximum. That's the lowest I would recommend you to go on this GPU and CPU combo. If you've got a better CPU, you can get better performance. But yeah, so let's try to go to 1440p now, and let's see how it's gonna run. Alright guys, so we are at 1440p native right now at lowest possible settings, the same as before. 1080p native full screen VSync is turned off. I'm currently at the lowest possible settings at 1440p. Alright, so yeah, the rest of the settings are the same. Now, as you guys can see, we're getting close to 60 FPS. Let's start counting the frames, and this is pretty surprising to see that the games coming out in 2024 are still able to be played on this GPU at oh my god, I've got a big grenade launcher. So are still able to be played on this GPU at 1440p resolution. I don't want to waste this ammo, so let's try and the game is lagging a little bit. Okay, and the counter is approaching. Okay, so I want to use this, and I want to spray my weapon here. I don't know what I called just here, but I think I did something. Okay, so this is to call our friends or something. Okay, so we got 30 minutes remaining. Let's see. We're getting about 54 FPS average. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a medium preset here. Let's see. Let's go to high preset straight away. All right, so we're at high preset now, and 1440p native resolution. All right. Let's see what performance do we get. Seems like we cannot get good performance because we're at high preset at 1440p. Now this is the point where we should be going ahead and applying our upscaling in order for the game to perform very good. We have to apply upscaling now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do that. Let's go ahead and go to ultra quality. So ultra quality upscaling is applied, and as you can see, the frame rate has jumped to 48, which is pretty good. Yeah, now I can reload my weapons, and there is something here, and yeah, he's telling us that there's something there. Okay, the graphics look pretty good in my opinion. At 1440p it looks pretty sharp and stuff, and yeah, so it's still playable at 1440p. Now let's go to ultra settings quickly, and let's go to ultra preset. Let's apply this. It's still using texture quality low at ultra. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go to native first. At native resolution ultra quality, we're getting about 30 FPS locked. Okay, so let's try to move the camera if it drops from. Alright guys, so what happened was I just lost my recording, the part of a recording, so I'm recording it again. Basically, we were getting about 30 FPS average or 29 FPS when we were actually going ahead and playing at 1440p native resolution at ultra settings. Now what I did was I actually applied here quality upscaling and at 1440p, and we are at ultra preset currently. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're getting about 41 FPS. Let's start counting the frames again. We're in with some friends playing right now, and the game is performing pretty good online also, so there is no issue playing the game, and you guys can easily go ahead and buy the game on this GPU. So yeah, I think that does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.